trying to see what kind of sound issue.
Music going on.
Yeah. We're trying to turn this off right now. Oh, it finally caught up. That's what it was. Running behind. Yeah, man. Good morning.
Morning, gents, ladies.
What's up? It's Code Talk Morning Show. And I'm your host, Victor Vinziant, author of The Code and the Business of Me.
Go get the book.
Go get the book. Check the caption. Get the links. And I got my partner, Brad, here representing.
What up? Who that is?
SLP. I think it's SLP. Here we go, right there. That's where that delay was coming from on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, so, it's first conversation of the morning, Wednesday, midway part of the week.
Hump day.
Man, Star will be on later to catch up with us too. And, we didn't have Brad on here last week. He was taking a personal day, so it's good to have him back this week. And how you feeling?
Man, I'm good today, man. I had a little back pain issue. I felt like a 83 box Chevy. You had to pump the gas.
You got to pump the gas. Yeah, you got to. We used to be able to wake up 30 minutes for like you only needed 30 minutes to get yourself together.
Man, you just hop out the bed already dressed.
Already turned up ready. You know what I'm saying?
Put some shoes on, brush your teeth.
You like when you turn over, like your shoes just automatically pop on your feet, and you'll worry about waking up later. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got to be awake before I do anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna mess it up.
Yeah, my brain got to send.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess it up. Whatever it is,
my arms, it's time to go.
Yeah,
legs, it's time to go.
I had to learn how to respect the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
don't nobody really tell you like how to get ready or prepare for it.
No, like you need way more time in the morning than you think you need. Yeah. And that's one of the things that, not having my time, like when you was in the military, you wake up at whatever crack of dawn and your first couple hours of your life belong to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And, you don't really get a chance to appreciate, having your morning to yourself like you should. And that's why I believe it take longer to get ready. It's not just because you're older.
Yeah.
Like on one hand, yeah, absolutely, because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some things hurt. Like you was talking about your back put you down.
Yeah.
So, no, man, you gotta make a little extra time, even if it's nothing. I be meditating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And writing and, just thumbing through my social media some part of the morning, you know what I'm saying? That's part of my little ritual.
Yeah.
And then I get things going because, I'm real active on there because that's why I'm thinking out loud at.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But.
I got to pray and stretch at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, make this little noise, get this kink out.
Yeah.
Pray. Thank you for waking up,
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for waking me up and try to get this day started.
Yeah, it's important, man. The more you just get along, you can just tell when people don't have a good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not. It's one thing to not be a morning person, but to not be grateful for the morning.
Right.
You wear that.
Right.
You really wear that. You know what I'm saying? And when you wear something, you gonna wear it out.
And then it affect other people. Like your bad morning shouldn't affect nobody else.
Shouldn't you should.
You're gonna run me off the road.
You should be out negatively impacting nobody's day.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you know what I'm saying, ain't feeling your particular morning.
Because you dropped your damn toothbrush in the toilet.
Because you didn't go put gas in your own car.
Yeah, that you knew you needed gas the night before.
You knew you needed gas.
And now you overslept. And now you got to go stop at the gas station.
How that's everybody else's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now you got a whole backup pile-up accident on 35 because you want to be having a bad morning.
Because you impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And when you get down into, like what it takes to not ruin anybody else's day, it really don't take much but minding your business.
Yeah, you gotta focus on you.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the main issue when you get down, into the start of your day and then potentially needing a do-over, which is kind of like,
you know what,
you
call off, man.
You might need a do-over already.
Call off work, get your ass back in the bed.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna be no good to nobody.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah.
But so some of y'all already woke up, and you probably already need a do-over.
Yeah, you need a damn do-over.
Yeah. And you can't, of course, just hit the button on the day, but you got to hit the button up here first before you even do it. You know what I'm saying? So
get you a damn do-over.
Get you a do-over. Like, give yourself the do-over. You know what I'm saying? That's where it got to go. That's where it got to start from. You can't even ask for something until you accept that you need it. Because you ever try to give somebody something you ever try to give something to someone to help them, but they don't understand
why are you giving it
to them,
right?
And they probably don't know that they need help. But you got to be careful how you tell them that, though.
Yeah, because everybody ain't receiving.
Everybody ain't ready to receive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The help that they need.
The help they need. The judgment. Like, you got to have a holistic approach to it first.
But what if it's not even a judgment thing? What if you got an issue? Like, what if your self-esteem is low? So if someone says something, it triggers something that they might not even intended for that to even go that way.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying? I woke up in a good spirit. I'm good. I'm active. I know what's going on. I'm trying to start right. But you didn't have the right proper amount of sleep or whatever the case may be. It's something that affects you. You know what I'm saying? And my words shouldn't trigger you that much that we beefing because I ain't even do that.
I ain't had to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like on social media, for example, people follow people that get on their nerves. Like, why would you follow people that you complain about?
Yeah,
that's kind of is that not a mindset issue?
That's a mental illness.
It's a mental illness. That, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I appreciate the prompt because
that's the average. I feel like D Wade when I lived at the
you see
LeBron in South Beach. Yeah.
No, but
I'm posing for the camera.
But when we start talking about mindset issue, and
no, I know what you're saying.
But it is a mental illness. Okay, it's delusion.
You're right, but check this out. Those
I'm gonna say something crazy.
No. Those are the same people. I'm gonna put them in the same boat as, like, if you got a kid that watch other kids play. I'm saying, like, you got you in the house and you watching another kid unwrap Christmas presents.
Bruh, like, I understand.
So it's the kind of like
you got to separate just so you can see.
It's not a separate. It's just that's the same person. That's the kid watching the other kid play.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you. All right.
That's the only explanation for that, because come on, I got shit to do. Yeah. I got business to mind.
Yeah, like,
so I can't be sad at what other people got going on. I don't know their situation.
Nah, like,
I'm not going to allow comparisons like to steal my joy.
No way.
Because if I compare my life to somebody else's, I'm going to be miserable every day. I got to be thankful for the cards that I was dealt. You know what I'm saying? And I got to play my hand the best way I know how. And I play to win. I
don't like my problems, but I don't want nobody else's.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
exactly.
That is, you gonna cry in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Or you gonna cry in a mansion.
Yeah.
You gonna have the same issues.
Yeah, you gotta pick your pain.
You gotta figure out how you want to manage it, and don't let it control you.
Right.
So
Because that person in that mansion might be solo. Like the kids don't talk to him, the wife fucking the pool boy. It's like all bad. The job is stressful, and I got this big ass house, but I'm miserable. Mm-hmm. I'm lonely for real.
Right.
I throw all this shit away just to have a family that, you know what I mean, that love me and respect me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some employees that don't think I'm a jerk. You know what I mean? So it's one of those.
Man, EJ real active today. He got his little zoomies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get that nigga melatonin.
That
nigga Benadryl.
Yo, he turned up right now. Like he doing this on purpose too. Go ahead. But
I'm gonna name him Waggle Fly.
Yeah. Hey, EJ. Basket. So even EJ want to play today. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he in trouble, but he ain't. He just doing his thing, man.
Yeah, he just doing dog shit.
That's it, for real. Just doing dog shit.
You can't have a pet and be mad.
No.
The pet doing. You got a bird, you mad it's flying.
Yeah, you brought it here. You brought it here. You know what I'm saying? And you surprised.
That's your responsibility. That's what it do.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole way to go about doing it, like, look, he is a troll, man. I know you want to go on your walk, man, but it's not time.
He hating on you.
He hating right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's how random it is. You doing this on purpose too. When your mom get here, she gonna deal with you.
I bet you won't whoop me on camera.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, like I mean, you can't be named Vic and have an issue with a dog on camera, dog.
I bet.
Look, like no shade. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. You know. Hey, yeah, that's my dog EJ, man. He got his squeak toy going crazy over here on the floor, being a nuisance. But because close the door. Don't even let him back in. You hear him? He going crazy. But
he done hit you with this.
Yo, you see that? So
no biscuits for you.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But he is going crazy with that damn squeaky toy this morning. Like I ain't never been trolled like that.
Yeah,
man. But I definitely think it's a mental illness. That
now, if you open that door, I'm gonna jump out the window.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, if you open that door.
Yeah, we're not gonna fit because he's definitely at the door.
Yeah,
but
it's a man in there.
Man, look, the desire to follow people that you don't like.
Yeah,
that's not sane anymore. You know what I'm saying? I used to get if you looked at it for just general entertainment, right? But if you just follow something to be completely disgusted by it, you might need a do-over.
Yeah, like why would I watch that?
Like
I'm disgusted every time I want to throw up. Yeah. And I'm just gonna make myself throw up every time. And I'm clicking on it.
And I'm gonna go complain about it.
Yeah, I'm all in the comments.
And I'll be back for next week's.
Tomorrow, sign me up. I'm like, your number one hater.
Exactly.
Number one hater.
I need one for each hand.
Yeah.
Something. I need a trophy for both of them.
Did you see, since we talking about that, did you see Charleston White get beat up
on
stage?
I saw that.
I think his ass need to get sued because he started it because he threw that shit at him first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand.
And he too little to be acting like he untouchable. He got to chill out.
Hey man.
Definitely got to chill out.
I feel like Charleston White is the candy man of social media.
You say his name 3 times. Yeah.
You say his name too many times, he gonna be at your door telling some yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It's like you got some people that just know how to get people's attention, and at least when he does get your attention, he also packages it up with, you know what I'm saying, some other information that you didn't know you needed to hear.
You really don't need to hear it. You really don't.
Some people need to hear it.
Nah,
What you think?
He just throws that shit out, man, and because he's getting paid and he has a voice now, and you can tell like before this he wasn't nobody, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doing that shit for likes and attention. He gonna get the wrong attention because somebody ain't gonna play that. Somebody gonna come with the smoke. Yeah. All of it.
I saw his interview on Cam Newton's podcast.
Now what he said was 1,000% correct. It's all about, but at the end of the day, Cam was right too about the delivery, man.
Yeah, I'm honest with that too. You know, it's like I don't want to have to deliver a message. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like if I don't know, man.
I'm just.
It's not for me. He doing what he do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to go ring the doorbell. The damn wife and kids come out, and I'm gonna give you this flag, and I'm gonna go ahead and announce that your husband is dead in a disrespectful, belligerent, like, you know what I mean, way. I'm not gonna do that.
That's not me.
There's no place for that. You feel me?
I get it.
He feel like he can do that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, he feel like he can do that, and like I said, somebody gonna get his ass.
Mm-hmm. Then I saw the video after that where he was talking. He said, "Yeah, you know, he had already got the money." And you know,
it's not about your life. Is not. It don't equal to money. Like you trying to equate something. Math ain't math.
No, yeah.
Like if what you're supposed to be doing, if that's what God intended you to do it. But don't get caught up with the money, man.
Yeah, like
I already got the money, man. And you got some damn frozen peas on your head. You got motherfucker your arm in the cast, and you in the wheelchair, and you got crutches. So it's all about the money. You see what I'm saying?
Man, they beat him up like that.
I'm just nah.
You just saying if
I'm just saying
if it went down.
Yeah.
It ain't. Some things ain't worth it no more. You know,
yeah.
Like
I got the money. I got the shit.
Bro. I think more people care about clout than respect, though, and that's why.
I feel like it's a little bit of people like that, but they got a bigger voice. They just louder. Understood. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, like the audience that cares more about clout than respect is a lot greater than the person that's willing to go do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like guilty pleasures, right? People, whatever your guilty pleasure is, your vice, right? Mm-hmm. You feel justified if you see somebody that you're a fan of behave a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can always say, like, well, that's a representation of, you know what I'm saying, the best version of that. You know what I'm saying? So you model or emulate yourself off of that right there.
Right,
you know?
Right.
That's why I believe people care more about clout than respect. Because if you look the image, that's what the clout piece is. You know, the face card people. You know what I'm saying? And then respect is based off of what you do with other people whose life you enrich. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think people care way more about imagery. So the imagery piece is more closely aligned with clout than it is with respect.
Yeah, right.
So you got a lot of superficial people.
Yeah. The whole internet fake.
Yeah. And so it's so fake that if you find something that's worthy of discussion in a deep manner, you can almost count on somebody coming by to just dismiss it altogether and just be argumentative for no reason on somebody else's platform.
Right now, we got people out there who believe that they don't have a BBL. We got chicks that have a BBL that go to the gym and sip tea and got a waist trainer, and then they think that they really worked out for that body. Mm-hmm. People don't care what information that's put out in front of them. That's the truth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I need that tea and I need that waist trainer because I need that body.
Yeah.
But you didn't put the $14,000 in the equation. You see what I'm saying?
It had nothing to do with that.
It's fake, man.
It's all fake.
Then you got people that is bald headed by Thursday, got dreads on Friday.
Just instant.
Or you ain't had no beard yesterday, you got full beard today. So it's the men it's almost like there's no boundary. It's like the same thing the women want to do. The men some men hate women for stripping because I guess they want to strip too because they can't do it.
Yeah, because
you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the world we live in.
And that's a good point you brought that up because as shallow as that is, again, shallow, vanity,
the
imagery, clout, instant gratification. So the argument at the lowest level is about a man's opinion of a woman dominated profession. You know what I'm saying, or industry rather. Like, just don't put yourself over there where you got to complain about things that you don't know how it works.
Yeah, don't entertain.
You could never dismantle it.
Yeah.
Leave it alone, and then just pocket. You know what I'm saying? Package that up in one spot. If you don't move that way, then why are you offended by it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah, how does that affect you?
Now, if you got kids, I think when you get kids involved and they overexposed to it, that's one thing. So you're going to be already protective of that anyway. But if you just solo, you ain't got nobody else that you concerned about. You don't have the concerns that none of us had the same concerns. You know what I'm saying? Like the same exact identical concerns for the same reasons because they exist. So if your world don't pivot off of that, why you mad? Then let them folks have their team and let God deal with that. Like the stuff that really got you upset, that's what you're supposed to be praying about. Because otherwise, what's the point in following?
But I'm not though. I'm gonna be looking at a page of a person that I don't like.
Because
so we go all the way back to that.
I gotta get in their business.
I need to know.
Because I ain't got no business.
Yeah, how her pussy get her that damn Bentley?
Come on. You know, like that's what it comes down to is that
I want a Bentley. And I don't got no pussy. Goddamn. So
you gotta make some decisions.
Yeah.
You gotta make some adjustments and man, be flexible, bro. Cause like at some stage, man, don't you have to just find like a way to stop blocking your own peace?
But what if they don't never know that that's blocking it? What if they call it something else? Check this out. Did you know that all right, so I'm gonna get spiritual a little bit. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Lucifer can sing and he can play any instrument?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm aware.
All right. So let's tie something together. Just throw it out there in the universe. If someone catch it, let me know. Mm-hmm. For the ones in the back. So could you say that's the reason why all the music is demonic or negative? Mostly.
Yeah. Oh, that's absolute.
And then people use their voice for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because you got to think, right? The human voice has always been the first communication tool. So, the first audible one, right? Because you got hand gestures and eyes and everything else. You can communicate with body language. You know what I'm saying? Even without actually being able to articulate something. And then when you package up the body language with the ability to speak, you can frame anything the way you want it to. Right. You can shape people to accept you for you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be consistent, and you got to. And their version of like practicing what you preach is how you create that with them. You know what I'm saying? Because if I show you 5 things that I do all the time that help people on a regular basis, you're going to have a way different image of me than showing you, half the time I'm helping people and half the time I'm, giving them something that's inconsistent, right? Mm-hmm. Then now you got a whole different audience that's got a negative look at you, in between, and some people that don't see any fault in you. Mm-hmm. And if you got that type of influence and you are disciplined and well intended, you're less likely to have negative outcomes. But if you undisciplined with the same talents and all of that other stuff that I named that's at your disposal too, and not be well intended, and you come in ill intended, there's only so long that you can sustain one side of it before you got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not sustainable to live negatively, intentionally, and be ill intended the entire time. There's just no way. You know.
But I wanna say I got some pushback only because it seemed like that the ones that have the longevity is the ones that's pushing the bullshit. They're not the J. Cole's. They're not the Kendricks. They're someone else that's speaking on other things, like a lot of violence and a lot of other things to promote something. You know what I mean? Something else. They got tons of followers, a lot of fans, a lot of fights, a lot of people going to jail after the show, so on and so forth. So, you know, what do we do with that, or how can we?
Those people are just undisciplined. Like, even if they're not ready to have a complete, like, when you change your mindset, it's just certain things you don't introduce into your life.
But the world, like we talked about, it's gonna be a lot of undiscipline because that's what the world is kind of is.
Man, look, the whole, and what's the phrase? People say everybody can't go.
Yeah.
Don't that apply to a whole lot of stuff?
Yeah.
When you accept that part, then you just see what people are doing, and then you
gotta make a choice.
You gotta make a choice. Everybody gotta choose a side.
You wanna go? You wanna get out the car? Yeah. You wanna ride?
Everybody gotta make a choice, and that's not. And again, that's one of them things where you gotta pray for people, because you can't answer that. You can't make nobody do what you don't want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody control you. You your own person, right? You got your own free will. Right. You capable of making your own decisions. These people are independent, bro. Yeah. You can't have it both ways. It ain't my responsibility to go hold nobody's hand. Did nobody hold mine? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in no like childish way, like because I didn't have the same, you know what I'm saying, journey or whatever. But if you got your hand out and you asking for help and you being respectful to the help, you know what I'm saying, that you getting, then you gotta really package that up as a really good one-off moment, man. Because everybody in your life that you encounter, they're not there to help you.
Right.
They're not there to help you. They there to help themselves off of you in most cases.
Have you ever noticed, like, when you're going with the flow, you got a lot of friends, but then when you try to change up some things and you try to work on yourself and you find out who you are and you're trying to go do your thing, then you lose those friends.
Yeah, like that's another do-over. Like, you supposed to live your life. Everybody got chapters to their life, right? However you break it up, whether you do it by age, whether you do it about where you lived, and you know, at some point, all these numbers are gonna, you know what I'm saying, come to bear. Dates, times, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff adds up. So when you turn a certain age in your life, or you reach a certain milestone or a turning point, the path you take after that is going to build a new network, a new relationship. You know what I'm saying? And some of the people from the previous position you were in might be able to connect with people over here. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't expect to connect people that are not dog people with people that are lizard people or something. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying different communities.
Different communities.
Right. Right.
So you got to have something that kind of like translates over. So the less you do, the less you have access to. The more stuff you do.
So we supposed to live in this world trying to find our tribe.
Yes.
Like-minded individuals coming together collectively and for a greater good or outcome.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, can you change tribes?
Yeah, I think you can.
So I have to, okay, this part of my life, I'm in this community now. I'm going over here.
Yeah,
because it's better for me over there because this is where I'm at now.
Right, because like me being a writer,
mm-hmm.
I can do a lot of different things at different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people that write scripts. I've never written a script, but you know what I'm saying? I think that if I wanted to learn how to write a script, it wouldn't be as hard for me to make that transition based on the type of writer that I already am. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I feel like I can articulate what I'm trying to do with what I understand very well also. So I'm able to speak it too. Okay. Because there's some people that can't speak it. And then there's some people that know what to say, but they can't write it.
Right.
But the fact that they in the space, there's somebody out there that can help them with that. But if you had that same person that's got all of these different skills that I'm just talking about, and he's working as a crossing guard, you know what I'm saying? He's probably not as likely to meet somebody that can help him maximize his talent because he's not in the right space.
Right.
Because just because you can do something doesn't mean you always have every other resource to make it as successful as you want it to be, you know?
So with the guy being the crossing guard, now is he a crossing guard at day and writer at night?
Potentially, yeah. That's like when you write, you never stop writing. That's your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like these art like Nas.
I might be writing at the crossing.
Exactly, like Nas, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's as a writer, it's always in your head. And
Nas more of what, poet or a writer?
A
little bit of both.
I say above. Then that's you see what I'm saying? As a writer, he could choose to be a poet. He could choose to, you know what I'm saying? It's so much more fluid because nothing happens without it being documented. When you understand how things are documented, you take your words a little bit more seriously. You know what I'm saying?
My head blew off when you said Nas, right?
Yeah.
So Nas wrote a song, and then he rapped it, and it rhymed. But then he told the story writing it, and you can kind of see it. It was a visual. Then he rewind the same words, but rapped it backwards and still told the story, and you see it go in reverse.
Yes.
So he got that was the dopest.
Yeah.
That was the dopest. Like, how you do that?
How you do that? Like, how you do that? You gotta understand how a person like that has to think. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I say like rap is one of the greatest song, you know what I'm saying, music categories ever, because you could pick the low vibration, you could pick whatever vibration you want at any given time and change your mood. You don't put on Beethoven before, you know what I'm saying, you go get ready to do something that requires a high testosterone, you know what I'm saying, high energy thing.
You might.
I'm just saying, but that person
highly unlikely.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, like you wouldn't play Beethoven to get a crowd interested in what's going on at a football game.
Nah, halftime we got Beethoven by the band.
Yeah,
at an HBC.
Yeah,
get the fucking gun.
Nothing but strings.
Right. And then you got strippers out there twerking to it. That shit is all never
exactly. It's we can't overlook the power of what we hear. You know what I'm saying, and how it affects what we do. So we got to start saying things that make us feel better too. You know, and everybody doesn't want to hear what they already understand, and that's why they get angry at it, because it's like, damn.
Nah, you know, they
you think? Oh, that's my theory.
No, and I'm with you. Mm-hmm. The reason I feel like they get angry is because accountability, because they know what they got to do. They just don't want to do it.
That's why, like,
see what I'm saying?
That's why I'm trying to have a conversation about accountability without saying the word accountability.
Yeah. But that's exactly what that is.
Because as soon as they hear that word, they don't even want to talk no more. Like, anybody hears that word, they don't even really understand like what goes into it.
They ain't at the level of growth that they need to be at.
Discipline.
Yeah.
And we talking about a disciplined mindset.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't saying you do everything right.
Mm-hmm.
but you accountable for what you know you need to do better at, and you work on it a little bit every day.
Yeah.
Like if you real honest about like something that you want to accomplish, something that's got to get done, you make room for it.
You gonna make it happen, or you gonna make an excuse for it?
Yeah. Like,
so if you undisciplined, you're gonna make an excuse. Because you, like I said, you know what you need to do.
And you just trying to make
don't
less
want
excuses.
to hear that shit from somebody else because you already know.
But
just say, hey man, I ain't ready to do that. I ain't there yet.
And that's why, like, on the other side, you gotta leave them people alone that ain't ready to do the same thing that you are already doing.
Right.
They not on your time.
Right.
And you definitely not on theirs.
Yeah.
So like when if you got someplace to gripe about it, keep it, you know what I'm saying, to where you can control it.
I'm at a place right now where I can identify the undisciplined and try to extract it
treat it like a man. Look, I try to,
and that's where I'm at because I pray for patience. And I would recommend people not to pray for patience because he's going to give you some difficult times to overcome, and it's going to take time to overcome it.
You got to have refined.
So you got to be careful what you ask for.
I did the same thing. I said patience, empathy, and gratitude.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you just see things a lot more patiently. But I'm like you. If you ask for something,
you can't be mad how it's delivered.
You can't. Like, you can't say you want this one thing.
Yeah.
And then when something comes up that throws you off schedule or doesn't meet your expectation, you can't throw the whole thing away.
Well, that's the same people again. Since we're going all the way back, so we can circle back. The same people that pray for a job, get the job. Now the job is in the way when I want to go to this motherfucking Sexy Red concert. Now fuck this job. But you just asked.
But you just asked for it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's hard to take people seriously when you get to the point where you're saying it's hard to take them seriously. Then that's when you got to be like, you know what? Let me keep that. You know.
Or
let me get away from this. I'm not in the right space.
Or a chick that had 2 or 3 abortions, then now she feels like her life together. I want a baby now. I gave you 3 fucking chances
to get your life together,
to have this baby,
to get your life together,
and your life will be together because this is why I'm giving you this baby so you can slow your ass down.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But no, you want to keep going. Now you can't have no kids. You're not going. It's done. Life don't work the way that you feel like it should work at that time. And I'm gonna tell you another thing: when you pray for love, they're gonna give you some broken people to fix. Yeah. Your job is to help repair and restore their faith. You know what I'm saying,
man? And I also believe that when you looking to be acknowledged, that requires a different type of work too to make yourself visible. You want to be acknowledged and you know what I'm saying, and you're not doing anything to be acknowledged about.
Yeah.
So, like, when you gonna do something on behalf of, you know, something else other than yourself, without self being involved? You know what I'm saying? So
you saying selflessness?
Yes, like
a lot more selflessness.
Yeah,
not selfishness.
Selflessness. Yes, exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like we know you gonna eat.
How can you feed somebody else?
Well, you know what? The only way to do that, you got to be of service to other people. Because if I'm in the kitchen, I'm not gonna starve.
Right. But even if you're in the kitchen, that doesn't mean you have to eat all the food. You got to feed somebody else.
Yeah. I get my pitches. I get my pitches here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of the way that I want to approach, you know what I'm saying, working with certain partnerships. It's like, I just want a little equity. I don't need big slices of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get enough pieces in the right spots, you know what I'm saying, it's more than what you would probably anticipate.
It's definitely going to be more, because if you do it out of place of love, the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're gonna get that back 10, 100, 1,000 times fold because you ain't do it looking for the intent to get this back.
No, you just wanted to be able to say, "Hey,
I
look,
just
I was able to help somebody."
Yeah, I was very, very of service. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's the other component to group economics. Like if you can't take a little bit instead of trying to get the biggest slice of everything you go into.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to live.
Everybody else got to get their big slice too.
Or you gotta learn how to live. This little bit is a big slice.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it.
The way you look at it, and exactly, and the undisciplined mindset is the greedy people.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that's negative is usually undisciplined.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because there's a big difference in a mistake, and then you learn something from it, and then making a mistake, and then playing the victim of your own decision making.
Yeah.
Way different.
Right.
That's why I say it can't be but two mindsets.
Yeah.
Because if you undisciplined, you in undisciplined situations.
Yeah.
Like the issues that disciplined people can face, they can make the same decisions, but they recover from them differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could be disciplined, get a DUI or something like that. Learn your lesson from that DUI and never drink and drive again.
Or you can be undisciplined and
yeah,
you go out there drinking and driving, now you kill somebody.
And then
because I gave you a DUI, that was supposed to be your learned lesson. Now you can't be mad at nobody because you didn't kill this person drunk as hell behind the wheel.
And it's not like you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And again, ain't nobody perfect. As all of us have driven when we probably shouldn't have been driving after we've been drinking. You know what I'm saying? And
when you gonna learn your lesson?
But when you gonna learn your lesson though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? What if you don't have to get caught to learn? Like, you know what? I could have killed myself. I ain't never doing that shit.
Well, they call you a square.
I mean, shit, call me what you want. I'm alive.
They call you a square now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm free.
For thinking about consequences. Mm. When you take away critical thinking.
Just stay away from the people that call doing the right thing square business.
That's true. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Actually, because everything you do, everything you're interested in comes from whatever environment that you're in. Mm. Like you got access to it, or you live in it, or you got somebody that's around it all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, when you go to different places, one thing that everybody generally can relate to is like either military experience or I lived in this part of whatever city or town or region and stuff like that, and then people connect off of that. But you gotta be able to relate to folks.
That's why I feel like everybody needs to join the military.
Yeah.
Like at 18, you do at least 2 years of the military.
Mm. So you believe in conscription?
I feel like that will help out a lot. First of all, it will strengthen the military.
Yeah.
For sure. And for two, it will give you that discipline piece that you need, because you can go out here and you got to learn these lessons very early so you can live a little longer.
Yeah.
Because if I just been having some discussions, like meeting civilians and just with the civilian mindset without no kind of regards or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how the hell do you survive? Now you're 40 years old. Now you just now thinking about getting a house and settling down and chilling. What the fuck was you doing for 20 years?
What was you doing?
From 20 to 40, what the hell?
What you do? Like, you thought it was Mario Brothers?
I don't know what type of game they were trying to play.
Talk about, you brought up chapters, right? Well, we talk about chapters, stages, and you know what I'm saying, when things are popping and when they're not.
Okay.
So like whatever he was doing was, because it's not like he didn't have access to the same information, resources, and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? What was he focused on? Because we got to ask that question. Like, man, there was a lady in Memphis that was killed at work. She was 86 years old, working at FedEx. I think she was crushed by something. I'm not sure. But why?
Are you working at FedEx at 86 years old? There's a whole lot of red flags. When I read that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to, like, if I see that on the headline, there's no more that I need to read.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even
I know. I know
I'm
what
just
you
saying,
mean.
like,
I know what you mean exactly. When I get that same feelings, like it's not, the story's not going to improve with more information.
Right.
That's the way I feel. Like, that's why I chuckle.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh man,
all this is bad.
This used to be satire. It used to be on nothing but like the National Enquirer. You know what I'm saying? The Hollywood Insider or something like that.
I don't even really believe that this need to make big head time news.
It should be.
Like it just need to be in the town where she's from.
Correct. And I
don't think it should be like,
it shouldn't be of national interest.
Right.
Like I understand.
Right.
I understand what you're saying. Like used to, we would have never heard about that on national news. You know, like you wouldn't be at home sitting, living in some part of Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And even seeing a story like that for real. But to be 86 and at work, why? I got a bunch of questions.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I'm at a point in my life. I wanna before I let you in, I'm gonna ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
And with this one question is gonna dictate me. We're gonna have further conversation. We're gonna no longer be whatever this is.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? One out of every 5 people got an answer. Only
20% of the people you talk to.
Just only one, man. They don't even think that far.
Bruh, and that go back to what you were talking about, military, right? I remember like being young in the Army, and I'm talking about like less than 4 years in, and people like as soon as they walk up to you and ask you a question, what's your short, mid, and long range plan with your time in the military? They used to ask you that, and then you look at it like this, and you tell them you plan on making whatever rank, you know what I'm saying, potentially reclassing or something like that down the line, right? But everybody, there was so many people that were senior to you whose obligation was to make sure that the junior soldier was straight. They asking you these questions. They telling you to go buy property. You know what I'm saying? Use your resources like this. It's way different when people have experience with the same resources.
Yeah, I got you.
So like then on top of that, it gets even more refined when the mindset of the person that has the same resources isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you end up seeing them people that's 45, 50 years old telling them they just now trying to get into real estate.
But that's why they working at 86 at FedEx.
Hey.
Then I'm gonna tell you this. That's just a portion of it. Now, the other flip side of it is if you started at that late and you don't have any investments, you're going to continue to work because you don't have a retirement plan. That means you have money saved up, allocated for you not to work again.
Yeah.
So let's say you have $100,000 saved up in a 401k, but you got to find out what is your yearly expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to allocate. Okay, I want to make, let me see, 100,000, and I got 10 years. Now only you really can live off $10,000 for the year. There's no way you're gonna go back to work.
No way.
There's no way you're gonna run out of money. You're gonna have to go back to work.
You got to,
because you don't have enough. Now, if you think about this shit sooner, then you can attack this a whole lot earlier, and then you can put more money away. Yeah. Now you got 250, you got 500,000 saved up where you can go ahead and not work and live comfortably. You can pay, and that's just bill money.
See,
that ain't grandson, granddaughter. I'm gonna buy them a car.
Major life change money.
Yeah,
major life altering.
I need to make this this house wheelchair accessible. You gotta plan that shit. You gotta kind of see the future. And you got to be in that time and, okay, all right, this is what I'm going to need to do. I need to downsize. I don't need all this space.
Yep.
Or I might need some more space because of this wheelchair.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So if you ain't thinking like that, what the fuck is you doing?
That's because
it got to be more to it.
That's because. So the question is, who do you think is thinking about that? The disciplined person or the undisciplined person?
Man, you already know that.
All right, then. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
The disciplined person is thinking about the effects of what they do now, and you know what I'm saying, in the future and stuff. The undisciplined person is doing everything but planning and making, you know what I'm saying, smart moves with. Now, and I don't even want to just say smart. They're just not even in the space.
To
do it.
They have a fucking space, but like you said, they got a choice, and you gotta take that pride and ego and set it to the side, because now this information that you're telling me, I never heard these words.
Right.
I never heard this discussed like this. I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Right. So now I'm gonna write this down or try to do my own research, because my pride might still be in the way, and I can't ask you a question. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. I come from a motherfucking small ass town, and the granddaddy work at this plant. It's only 3 options. You got you got a plant that make like steel, then you got Walmart distribution, and then you got Tyson chicken farm. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. When you graduate, so your mama's mama worked there. Your daddy's daddy worked there. Now I'm working there.
A long line of workers.
Junior the third.
Junior bacon cheeseburger too.
I think my life is more than 3 options. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this army shit gonna make me different than this.
Yeah.
I need to see what else is out there. I'm scared, but I'm willing. I'm more scared to stay here working one of these.
Especially if I'm looking at.
And I ain't no better than y'all. I'm just not finna do this.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah. I'd rather die.
Yeah.
Than work this shit.
That's what you're really saying. Like, that's really.
I'm gonna roll the dice.
I'm gonna roll. I look. I can't sit back and let you.
Jesus take the wheel.
Come on now, like I can't.
I called Uber.
Yeah, I wrote a long time.
Jesus picked me up. But I'm dead ass. He picked me up, because if not, I would be there. Yeah. I would have 4 baby mamas, 8 kids, no check, child support taken. I'm drinking Bud Light. I got a big ass stomach. I'm overweight. I'm depressed. I'm killing myself slowly. My mind is fucked up. I gotta ask my nephew for some change.
And you call them big homie.
And God, listen. I don't want to do. I'd rather die, bitch.
I'd rather die. I straight up. I no. And
take me now. I ain't doing this shit.
Especially when you starting to see people time out that's your age. Like, bro, what y'all were doing? What was y'all doing? And to add on what you're saying, like, even if now you got the same situation still in a lot of places, but they
still do
it, and they got a smartphone with the information that showed them it's a whole new world out there. You know what I'm saying? If you try something different.
I got a cousin that,
but some people are too lazy to try.
Is not even 40 years old. The nigga had like 2 heart attacks. He's overweight. He like fried pork chop and eggs in the morning. You feel me? He like shit like that. If it got grease, I want it. If it ain't,
it makes a difference.
If it ain't dipped in grease,
he ain't got nothing to do with it.
I don't want it.
It's the ops.
How many heart attacks you gonna have? You got babies. You're never really gonna change your fucking choices to be better as a person.
It's crazy to me.
And you got these kids.
It's lazy and crazy to me. Like the lack of consideration, you know what I'm saying, Like those men that move that, they're not leaders. Because
but somebody following them.
But somebody follow them. You know what I'm saying? You don't disrespect your own body and then tell people to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got people that's looking up to you and that you're responsible for at that. You know, the your own children, and you're not taking care of yourself. Well, what are you communicating? If you already know they follow everything you do, because if actions speak louder than words, what are you saying about what are you doing?
It's did you hear about this story? It was a black guy. I'm not sure what year it was, but it was this black guy that he had supernatural ability. So he would perform miracles. Somebody ain't like the fact that he performed a miracle. They heard it and they was like, "Hey, I got to deal with this."
Mm-hmm.
They shot him in the head.
Where?
Wait.
Oh, what?
That ain't the crazy part.
Okay.
The dude that shot him in the head said that I shot that man in the head and I seen the bullet come out his head, hit the ground. His brain and his head grew back together. This is real. This ain't no.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So he told somebody. The word got around. Now the government is in it. They was like, "Hey, where this man at? We got to see about this man."
Mm-hmm.
They found him. They said, "Hey, we need to do some research with you, man. We're gonna fly you out. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna set you up. Family. Yeah, we're gonna accommodate you. It's gonna be beneficial for you, your family, and for us. Because we need to do some research. We gotta ask you some questions, so on and so forth. Because I don't know how you doing this."
Mm-hmm.
So it was a setup. They shot him and they killed him. They cut the body up, arm, put it in the bag. It's like nuclear shit where it can just take it all the way from the flesh to the bone. There's no more nothing. Cut the arms off, bam, torso, bam, put them in different bags. Put the shit in a plane and they was just dropping them different locations. They went to this motherfucking meeting and they started the meeting, and halfway through the meeting, the dude showed up.
So the same cat?
The same guy that they
just dispersed everywhere. He showed back up.
Listen, man.
I'm listening.
You got to see it. You got to do some more research, man.
Send me a link to that. I want to check that out. I'm always interested.
Before when we get off, you can look it up.
Yeah.
And you got to do your own research, man. That shit had me up and asking a million questions. But then again, I was like, you know what? I'm being disrespectful. I'm gonna go to sleep. I said my prayers, and you can't have fear and faith, man. You got to operate on one. You got to make a choice, because you're being disrespectful if you question what God can do. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because God bestowed some supernatural power in him, but before he left the meeting, he said, "Look, y'all trying to kill me, and I get it. Y'all don't understand. But after you try to destroy me, I'm going to let you know that God is going to bring more here on earth. And there's no way you can stop me."
Mm-hmm.
Then he left, and they couldn't find him again or something. But I'm like, man, get the hell out of it. And I've been reading, and it's like, I said, it's true. But I don't know why it's not out.
Man, look, there's a lot of stories that seem like they should be out. If you can have the story about the 86-year-old lady, you know what I'm saying, dying at work, in a work accident.
But that's a little bit more believable than you shooting this motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if that story is important,
mm-hmm.
then why isn't that story
right?
important?
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
right.
if it's important enough for us to have the conversation about it, then
maybe they got the story already, and that's where the Terminator came from.
It could be. Yeah, I would go with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could definitely see that being like Terminator 2.
But he was real, not no robot.
I think
because Terminator was like
it's
robot,
always
right?
it's always kind of weird how life, imitate art.
Yeah.
Like eventually it comes back around. Like the whole situation with like Israel and Gaza, right?
That's a spiritual warfare from day one.
But what I was gonna say is that it's been played out in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You remember that movie, The Siege?
Yeah.
Go back and watch The Siege.
Yeah.
You got there's a movie with Denzel and Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis played that general,
mm-hmm.
and as soon as they had a terrorist attack in the movie and targeting an FBI building, what they do? Mm-hmm. They rounded up every like a Middle Eastern national, anybody that fit that demographic. They put up containment. They went into martial law.
Yeah. FEMA camp.
FEMA camp.
Yeah.
You had some beef between the 3-letter agency because somebody was an operative, and that was responsible for all the planning and execution of attacks. And they worked with these people in some kind of way and capacity. That, like, the relationships are already there, and it's already associated with
it's media. Not going to stop,
and it's not going to stop. Yeah. And then now it's again live action in a different part of the world, but it's already got a script.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not necessarily saying that the stuff is engineered, but it's kind of hard to say that it's not.
Right, if it's just repeating itself.
Yeah, if it's just repeating itself,
just got a different.
They got to get it from somewhere.
Did you know? It's a crazy fact. It was like, did you know LeBron James had the same record as Michael Jordan, and the record was some crazy shit. Like, he's 38 years old. He lost by 44 points.
Some arbitrary stats.
Yeah, I'm like, who is looking this shit up?
Yeah, like who putting these particular?
And it was on the 333rd day, and he lost by 44 points.
Yeah. Like
at the age of 38,
and they throw in there
and there was a 20-year difference in between,
and the price of gas was lower, or higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they just
beef jerky was on sale.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man, that's the night that Michael Jackson did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He performed Thriller at the Apollo.
That's what they do in football. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, look, let me like
George Foreman Grill just announced.
I give you an example of that. Bro. There's a stat that compares when Alabama is in national title contention and when LeBron James is in NBA championship contention.
Oh yeah. Every
it's something like that.
Yeah. They both win this.
It's like, I'm like, who sat down and said, you know what, man, I'm gonna start comparing.
That's fucking coincidence.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But somebody figured it out.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it, you know, because we wouldn't even have it. We wouldn't even be laughing at it unless somebody had to go do it.
Yeah.
Because what type of patience did you have to have to say, you know what? I'm gonna put these two items together and then make a topic out of it.
I'm just gonna throw. See, it's not hard when you just throwing shit out there and you see what sticks.
Yep, because
this sticks. Okay, now if this work, I'm gonna duplicate this.
And that's probably the way Charleston White think.
Yeah.
So, like all of it, somebody has found a way to tie a couple things. That's like really how you create an algorithm. You know what I'm saying? That's how like you attract whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Like, you can't run to it.
But what the fuck is an algorithm? Because it's hard to really understand it. Because, okay, if I like one thing, then why are you showing me a whole bunch of shit about this one thing? And I got other things. So how do...
You have to be the thing that you're interested in to change the algorithm. If you're only interested in consuming a certain type of thing, then you're gonna get that a string of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a bunch of different interests, like if you use your smart device, right? Go start looking up like whales. Just look at whales.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start getting nothing but whales.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're gonna throw in some surfing.
Because they got something to do with the water. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Just bring a piece of it to you, you know? And then it just starts that whole, like if you just spend like a few hours, I want to say a few hours, not in one sitting, but like over a span of time, just look up a little nature.
Now all of a sudden fish tanks all done popping up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't take much.
Yeah.
And
dolphins.
So imagine if you know it works that way to pull you in, if you show interest to it,
do the opposite.
Do the opposite. That's why, like, when people complain about, you'll see people complain, I'm tired of all these people twerking and fighting in my timeline.
Stop looking at it.
The people that you follow,
it's twerking and fighting. Yeah,
they look at that stuff.
Yeah,
and then it brings
more of it
to your timeline.
Yeah.
And if you're not as active
that's all you're gonna see.
That's all you're gonna see.
I got you.
Because it's identified your usage as being more of a consumer than somebody that actually put something else out there.
Yeah.
You just like to repost and lurk. Yeah. And then so you repost and lurk.
Send you some more shit to repost.
Yeah. So you're gonna end up seeing more of everything that you just look at. You don't even have to comment on it.
Right.
But because it's measured how long you hang out on a page, it's going to start sending you more of it. That's the way it works. It has to. Let me see what we got in the comments today. My boy Dad said, yes, it's a sickness. It's talking about, following people that you don't like is a sign of a sickness. It's a mental illness.
And who is Hayes? Man, Hayes needs to go ahead and go back to sleep. She need a do-over. We trying to put out some useful information, and EJ won't let us be great. Talking about let him do it because he cute. Yeah. But if he's ugly, then what we can do?
Man, look.
That's
the song, the Rewind off the Stillmatic album.
Yeah, I know. Rewind, yeah.
Yep.
That's that song.
Yeah, so... Man, big shout out to my boy Reef, and I'm glad that you here with us. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been recovering from your accident and stuff, man. And
prayers, man. Speed of recovery.
Yep. Want you to get back out there and do your thing on that stage, brother. You need to check out Mr. South Philly Reef. Go follow his page on Facebook.
Check him out.
Yeah,
man.
Go check him out. You know, that story with the lady dying at work at FedEx was like just weird to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you need to stop, Vic.
I can't let it go yet. You
Look, man, for real, man. We're gonna get you what's that thing called? An intervention.
You gonna give me an intervention?
Yeah. We're gonna have to sit you down, man.
Bro, because it's like, nah, man.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to sit you down. You got to stop that, man.
Yeah. All right.
Because we got other energy. We need to use you for other things.
Yeah. So I can accept that.
That's the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's That's the turtle shit.
Sometimes I got to get pointed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get pointed in the right direction sometimes. Yeah.
Don't follow the light.
Yeah, don't follow the light. Like,
don't follow the light.
Hey, hold
It's a trick.
Hey.
Don't follow the light.
Grab my belt.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tie a balloon to your wrist. I'm gonna make sure I see you in the crowd.
It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, weird things out there, but it's way more positive people out there trying to put more good vibes, you know what I'm saying, into the world. But like you gotta work on some, you know what I'm saying, outside of you. Like you were talking about not wanting to get trapped into where you were, you know what I'm saying, and the decision that you made and what you saw in the environment already. You know, when you gotta,
it was a slippery slope because
it ain't easy.
Nah, because check this out. I got a cousin. He was supposed to join the military with. Mm-hmm. He said, I just recently talked to him. He was like, "Hey man, I'm proud of you. You keep doing what you're doing." He said, I wish that I would have joined the military with you, man. I really regret that because his life is different than mine, or whatever the case may be. But now he's coming to realization of, damn, I done fucked up. Now how I get some of this time back, and how can I do things different? You see what I'm saying? All right, so he was like, man, I noticed. He said, I'll be looking at you, and I'm just so proud. But at the same time, it's like you got to make a decision, and I'd rather you make the decision earlier, so you can kind of go with it, and you can kind of adjust to it.
Yep.
It's gonna be way harder to adjust to some shit when you older. Man. Almost like teaching a old ass dog a new trick. Man, I ain't with that shit. I can't even jump like that no more.
Yep.
This shit hurt just for me to come to you.
Man, look.
It's gonna just give me a minute. I get there. You know. Oh, Buford.
Box shit.
Buford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buford, is you listening?
Buford, is you listening?
So
yeah.
So that's Old Yeller. You see what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you gotta understand that, man, make the choices early, and then try to learn some shit. Because if we out here just working, we're gonna be distracted out the rest of our life.
You be looking for a do-over.
Yeah, you're gonna need a do-over, but shit, it's too late when you don't got no retirement money. And you got arthritis and it's flaring up. You got gout. You got some more shit with you because
everything
you ain't stop eating that shit. You ain't stop drinking. You ain't stop. Like, when enough is enough, and just try to change it, do something different. I already know where this going. This road right here leading me to this. Let me get on another.
Let me just switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Let me get off this road. Let me hit the loop-de-loop. Let me follow this road right here.
Let me go back the other way.
Yeah.
Let me go back the other way, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, because the other way is a different direction than what you've been doing.
And I got to get some different results. It got to be a new restaurant I can try.
Yeah.
It got to be new food, a new sandwich, new something.
I think a lot of people have, I believe this is where like the all or nothing mentality do people in. Like, you've been going so hard in this direction and then you ain't get what you want. So then you're to make a decision to change course. And because you were so hell-bent in this direction and you went all or nothing, now you don't have no gas left in the tank to turn the corner, which is like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you less likely to be able to take advantage of whatever it is you want to do because you waited too long to shift, you know. And now you're trying to shift your mind out of your old ways, like teaching a dog new tricks and stuff. And that's why, like, that all or nothing mentality, that's why it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? If you use it as a way to travel through life, you know, you got to use all or nothing, kind of like nitrous.
Right. You just need a boost.
You need a boost. Yeah. Like, I'm making this decision to accomplish this specific thing.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna do it, I gotta be all
right
or nothing.
now. Yeah.
But if you go through life trying to be all or nothing,
you're gonna burn your boots. You're gonna burn your boots out. You ain't gonna have no more boots.
You ain't gonna have no lining. Everything, check engine light gonna be on.
Every dash on the board.
Everything, Christmas tree dashboard. So so people say, man, YOLO and all these things that imply all these things that imply going all or nothing, they dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get to the moon.
Yeah. Today.
But only got enough boost to get the hog height.
Yeah, come on. And you ain't got no brakes. So even if you get there, you can't stop. Cause it's all or nothing. You got
You didn't even get to Oklahoma, but you're trying to get to the moon.
You got a big motor and no transmission.
Yeah. That's a whole lot of noise. Yeah.
Or you got the motor, the transmission, then you got bad gears.
Right.
And so it don't even matter. You got
motor, transmission.
And it's on spray.
Good gears.
Yeah.
Boost. No brakes.
No brakes. So you can't even stop. YOLO. That's what all of that is, man. Like, you got to use that in isolated spots. You, like, if you live all or nothing, you're gonna be spread you know what I'm saying, a lot more thin in some areas than you should be.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because I believe generally speaking, most people they realize how spread they are, whatever the limitations are. You know what I'm saying? They manage that every day. All of us are just rolling balls of chaos. You know what I'm saying? We all building something in flight.
Right.
Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I'm chipping away at what I want to be better at every day. And
but what if everybody's not like that?
Everybody's not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
That's the accepted part, which is why you're supposed to be praying for them people. And that's why I say the people that's not like that, they probably they're not necessarily undisciplined, but they might be on something else that ain't got nothing to do with what you understand.
Maybe the people that I asked where you see yourself at in 5 years only account for it. I'm just trying to get through the week.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all of that. The people that can't wait until
paycheck to paycheck.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
Not a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Like we talked about before. Like all of us have had that as a consumption issue in something. That's what you call a vice.
Mm-hmm.
That's why ain't none of us perfect, because all of us got a vice. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And if we are disciplined, we believe that we have a vice, which means we know where our weaknesses are. Disciplined people know what can hurt them. They respect threats to, you know what I'm saying, to their consistency. You don't want to major life disruptive moments, so you don't make the same decisions as somebody that's undisciplined. The undisciplined person knows what their weakness is, knows what their vices are, and thinks
do it anyway.
And they think it's their strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they lead with that.
Yeah.
And they make way different decisions than people that respect their vice. You know what I'm saying?
They got too much play in they goddamn steering wheel.
Come on now. Come on. They got more audacity than understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And so on this side, they making a way different set of different decisions.
They got too much dip on their chest.
Yeah, they want all or none.
Yeah.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? YOLO.
YOLO.
That's what, all of that on that undisciplined side is YOLO.
But remember, you said that YOLO is like more trendy.
Yeah.
So that don't the trendy what that.
But I said trendy is a red flag too.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah, like trendy.
Or it's gonna get you somewhere, but it's not where you want to be.
It's boost.
Yeah.
Like trendy, all or none.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of you doing it so you can ride the wave to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? But like when you discipline, you stay on the same thing. You consistent. You got something that you do well, something that you can stand behind, something that creates other stuff off of it. It ain't isolated. Like
right.
if you go do something isolated in a moment, that's what you know for.
Mm-hmm.
You are written in stone based on what you did. You know, like one hit wonder.
Yeah.
Name one. You know what I'm saying? They are imprisoned to that image of that person. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So that's got to get old.
Mm-hmm.
It has to. But if you don't move from where you are, that's what you're gonna be known as. You know what I'm saying? You know, based on your current location, based on what you do.
Right.
Because don't nobody remember people that didn't do anything.
But on the flip side, shit, Vanilla Ice still popping.
But he's trapped in what the reason you know of Vanilla Ice.
Because of that hit.
Yeah, come on.
But he making a lot
He's still
of money.
making money off of it, you know?
No. He ain't making money. He's making money off of that, but he's popping because of real estate.
Oh, of course. Yeah. But the thing is, though, what he knew.
Right. No, I mean, it really wasn't what he knew. He put himself in the right. That hit put him in and got him more resources.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though. So, like, he still did the thing.
Yeah.
And he had a plan after it because what the money that brought that came to him allowed him to act on what he knew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, there's people that have information and no resource. And there's people that have resources and no information.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out and they do exactly what's in their head
Mm-hmm.
because that's who they are without the information. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're gonna do very primitive things if you don't have something else that interests you, because you're gonna feed the thing that you get some sort of gratification out of.
Yeah, but you need balance.
You definitely need balance.
You need balance, or you're gonna run out of boost.
Definitely gonna run out of boost, and that's what I'm saying. So like, if you could tell what a person really has in them if you hand them a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't have any information or no logistics and everything they've been talking about that they would do, it comes out at that point.
Yeah, if my money don't come back, then I already know that you're undisciplined.
We got to be able to see.
Because I'll give you a whole bunch of money. I need return on my investment. You see what I'm saying? I need that money back, at least what I gave you.
Exactly.
You know,
because it'll expose. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever issues you got. Because if you really focus on what you're trying to do, you're not gonna put additional liabilities in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you take some chances and still make some mistakes? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, you got to have enough of understanding of what you're supposed to be doing to make the adjustment, not to compromise your ability to accomplish that. You know what I'm saying? You're not fixing to go put, I don't know, like if you wanted to go work in a library or something, right? You're not going to do something that is counter to that or takes you away from the library space. You're going to do something that might enhance.
Yeah, you're not going to put a machine shop in the middle of the library.
On, right, yeah. You're not changing carburetors and helping people at the library.
Yeah. Because this is supposed to be a quiet place, but it's all this noise.
And that's not saying that you can't make something like that happen.
I wouldn't recommend
it. Yeah. It's about probability versus possibility at some point. And the internet let everybody believe they can do every single thing that they saw on the internet.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's an entrepreneur. Everybody's a creator. Everybody has, you know what I'm saying, their own way of articulating their message, whether it be through podcasts, you know what I'm saying, writing books and stuff like that.
It's definitely looking like a copycat lead.
Yeah. And the only way to draw a distinction between people that's really about what they're about is listen for who's offering solutions and understanding, and people that's not really just trying to, you know what I'm saying, bully or shame people, you know what I'm saying, for no unnecessary, you know, content or whatever. Pay attention to what they focus on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might catch somebody in a one or two candid moments that you can, you know, expand to whatever narrative you want.
Yeah.
But if you don't study the whole thing, then we only gonna grade you off of your response and what you pay attention to. That's why it don't make no sense to pay attention to people that don't care about you, that don't support you. That's why it's weird to us when you see people that say they don't like you or disagree with whatever you're saying and only interact with you to be disagreeable. It's weird for them to follow you.
Yeah, it's weird that you got my number. I never hear from you, but you watch everything I post. Or, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Every
strange.
video I post. It's very weird behavior.
When I don't care about something, it don't know I don't care about it.
Yeah.
It can't say, hey, why you watching?
Nah. Yeah, maybe they just watch from afar. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
and that's
don't have to.
There's varying degrees.
Yeah.
There's varying degrees of like what interests people. You know what I'm saying? Like
if I post something working out, I'm getting a whole bunch of different comments and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if I post my SLP work, you know, then I don't get the same traction. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, why you care about me working out, how much I can lift, versus me fucking feeding this person or putting a jacket on them or taking my shoes off, giving it to them.
That's an interesting variation too. When you look at it, they care about you working on self more than they care about you helping other people. That could be one perception of it. I think a lot of the times you just don't even know what your audience is. Like, you got a good idea. you got an idea in your mind of what your audience should be.
I kind of I don't. I mean, I just feel like it should be the same.
Should.
Yeah.
It's the idea.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
idea of
yeah.
it, I feel like, okay, this is my page, you know.
Mhm.
So the people that like, okay, I don't never see them like nothing on one thing, and then the opposite, I do something else, and then I see a whole bunch of other people like this. It's that's what I'm saying. Like, wow, it's different, but it's the same.
That's why people like Charles and White capitalize off of that, because he has said plenty
Like he
of
said
times
when he was in the boat.
It was in a bow tie and nobody take me seriously. But when I started acting out, you know, then
I refuse to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beneath me.
Like it's like
it's beneath
the people that dance. You know, like the big dude that dance. Never.
With no shirt on. Yeah.
Never. In workout clothes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
the short is short.
It's almost like you dancing for money. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're a stripper. You're not a
the act and the behavior.
Dancer? No,
I'm not dancing to get you to know. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Nah, bro. Like, nah.
In every video I do, I gotta fucking dance.
Yeah, so
you blow my hip out.
You stuck in the moment.
Yeah,
like because that's how you came into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if MC Hammer was up talking right now, you would be like, you look at him and you know what I'm saying, you have whatever picture of Hammer that you got.
Hammer wasn't bad. The only thing
I didn't say he was bad.
No, I'm just saying like I didn't say that you did. I'm just saying like I feel like the only thing that Hammer I got from Hammer, I feel like if he ain't never wearing them fucking pants, then I think that he won't be as big. But I think them Hammer pants put that motherfucker on the map. Hey, with the dance.
Hey, look,
with the dance move.
And that's the thing. It's like you see somebody that was like had the ability to market something in such a way that you can't even get his name confused with nothing else. When you say Hammer,
yeah,
you got a picture of him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Capital MC.
Capital MC. Don't you know what I'm saying?
Even when I pick up a Hammer and wanna, I'm thinking the MC.
You can't. He did that.
It's Hammer time.
Exactly. He did that. Like he branded himself in a way where like you can't even say too legit.
Pound Town.
You know what I'm saying?
Pound Town is the new Hammer time.
Oh man, that's probably pretty accurate.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got that.
Yeah, you get that. You get that one today. Yeah.
All right.
Today.
You see what I did with it?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So everything shifts at some point. You know what I'm saying? So like the image of what we got for what rap is.
Yeah.
Is, you know what I'm saying, based off, you know what I'm saying, like the real life behavior and movement of those women to some degree.
But I think we need it because we can show motherfuckers what not to do. But then on the opposite thing is they're gonna say, well, y'all hating because I got more money than you. Yeah. No, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know how much money they paying you, but would I recommend you twerking on stage and you pregnant?
So, and
who baby is it?
Hey, look, and because of that dynamic, I leave.
Just leave it alone.
All the way alone.
Yeah.
If
it's too many questions.
If somebody asks my opinion of it, then they have to accept whatever I tell them.
I'm going to say I have nothing to say about that matter.
Or exactly. Yeah. Either or. You know what I'm saying?
You got to cut it off.
You got to cut it off. You
because it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Like
it's a slippery slope.
There's nothing good
coming out my mouth
there's nothing good that can come from me offering
or you to tell me how you defending it.
Because if we disagree, look at what it looked like when you disagree with the wrong person.
Right.
Why was you even talking to them?
Yeah.
What was y'all even doing?
Why are you entertaining?
Why are you entertaining this?
Yeah.
How, like, you, the who, what, where, when, and why?
It's irrelevant.
And then the conclusion, because like when you get to the conclusion, you could be like, no, I wasted my time.
Why am I here?
How?
How did we get here?
How did I let them get me?
I've been bamboozled.
I've been bamboozled. Horn swallowed. Run amok. Led astray. You know why? Because you was undisciplined.
Red fish, blue fish. Yeah. One fish, two fish.
They got me.
They got my ass.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, like there's like no outcome where if you believe that you discipline, if you believe that the people that you with, that you share like-minded ideas with, do you think they argue with anybody in that scenario?
Mm-mm.
No, because the people that we admire, or the efforts that we admire from people, don't compliment, you know what I'm saying, arguing, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that doesn't reflect that mindset.
Yeah.
Because you're really, really wasting your time at that point. Because that's why I say I don't argue with women. I don't argue in general, but I'm definitely not arguing with no woman.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
There's like nothing of value to gain in arguing with women. That's just the truth. And because if you're arguing, you're not listening and you're not learning. If you're not listening.
And it's pointless conversation.
It's the most emptiest thing that I can think of. Like that's so if you
I
take
need a redo.
Yeah, I need a redo. I need a do-over. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even, you like, you know what? I should have never said anything about this. My bad. I'm talking to the wrong person. It's the audience. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know how to take myself out of the space on something like that. Like you right. I you know what? I'm wrong. And you know what I'm saying? My bad.
Yes.
It's so cool. Very, very neutral, and just leave it at that. Because you have in your mind how you think something should manifest.
Right.
And it's not that you're wrong. You're not talking to somebody that want to be in the same conversation as you. Then some people are looking to compete with you before they compliment. Some people want to debate, you want to dialogue. And most people that want to compete with you or hinder you or just disagree with you, they can be more undisciplined in most of the cases than you are.
Yeah.
Because you had to hone your understanding about what you're saying. And you can't do that, you know what I'm saying, and articulate it in a believable way if you hadn't studied, if you haven't been honest with yourself about what your limitations are. You had to put your ego where it was going to benefit you most. People that are undisciplined don't have their ego prioritized the same way as the disciplined person. And that's not to say if it's good, bad, or whatever. The ego being used for something else. Not the same. They don't want the same thing. They going YOLO, all out.
I'm waiting to use my boost.
Yeah, I'm waiting to use mine. I got it in my bag if I need to. But that's not what I'm using it for.
Yeah, my boost ain't even on.
No, I need to be able to take that same primitive, animalistic boost that I got, you know what I'm saying, a supply of.
Right.
And I need to use it moderately.
It's like going to war and you just use all your ammo.
On the first move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what you think gonna happen?
Yeah. You use it going up the hill.
You didn't come here to win.
You don't know what's on top of the hill. You don't know what's on the other side of the hill. You just use it going up the hill.
Some people just want to play the game.
Yeah.
And some people want to win.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But that's the difference in saying, hey, use me or let me help you. And people don't know that that's what they really communicating by their behavior.
Right.
If you want to go all out and leave it all on the table, you know what I'm saying, and go out with a bang, somebody get out there is down to help you do that.
Right.
You know,
if you want to go out with a bang, for sure,
they gonna help you do that. They gonna help you. You want to be a crash dummy?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We
We was looking for one. Yeah.
You got any other crash dummy friends?
Yeah, bring them.
Bring them too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And here,
I have you there by 7:30.
sign right here. We can get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
Get it popping.
Yeah, like look, and you ain't even. There's no terms on
to
your contract.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Ain't no fine print.
No. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
As is.
That's it.
For sure.
Like that's what they say. When that's what come with when you sell your soul.
But okay, so for instance, then the devil's not bad. Then I feel like he ain't doing nothing but giving you what you want.
The devil's a choice.
Yeah, and he's only manipulating you to get back at God because he fell from grace and he just wanted God to forgive him. But at the end of the day, he's like a bad child. Like he doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Come with me.
Yeah, the devil.
You want this? I give it to you. But then I need something back. I need to get that something back from you now.
And I think if you just package the devil into something that makes sense.
Yeah.
The devil is just the consequence of your decision making.
Yeah.
That's like when they say the devil's in the details.
Right.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's the consequence of your decision making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think if you accept that, I think you can make sense of a lot of things with a clear conscience. You know what I'm saying? You have less mistakes.
Yeah, but that's the same guy that, man, I'm gonna get fucked up tonight, man. I'm gonna get me some pussy.
Oh, he undisciplined.
So now my whole plan is I'm gonna go home, get drunk. That's a pregame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna drive to the spot, find somebody else that's drunk, find me attractive. We're gonna do all the wrong shit, and then I end up with a baby that I don't want. But it's all the devil gave you what you wanted. You said you wanted some pussy, and you knew you had the rubber. You just left it in your truck. You don't even know it.
You chose what you chose.
You chose. So now how are you mad because you got child support?
The minute you bring somebody else's behavior into your situation.
You was on demon time, you got a demon.
I don't know no other way to put it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you got what you want.
You
signed up for it.
You pray for it.
Yeah.
You pray for it.
Shit.
Like everything you got, you can't like have it both ways. Like I get there's gonna be some situations that the situation that you were born into, the situation you had to ride with until you got to a certain point of understanding, that ain't your fault. It's your fault when you choose to stay in it.
Right. You gotta make a choice.
You gotta make a choice. You have to make a choice. Like you born to relatives and you go in the world and build your family.
But yeah, you gotta build your family.
Yeah. Like
family soul sucker.
You born into a family of relatives.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a family of relatives ain't always built on love.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all built off of somebody else's decision making before you even got there.
Yeah, because check this out. If somebody got some money and they die in that family of relatives, they ain't even dead good. They only got funeral arrangements made and they fighting over the money.
Yeah, you part of somebody else's manifestation.
Because they ain't even care about you. They ain't worrying about you. They just worrying about what you left behind.
Right.
So they can savage through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then they mad because they made a poor decision. And now they more in debt and addicted to some shit that they couldn't even really afford in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Man, the whole spectrum of how the cycle you born into and how it's on you until you recognize a different way of living, until they see something different, and then you got different questions to ask, and then that gives you a whole different experience and an understanding and saying, damn, the world is much bigger than what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? and you are much smaller in that world than you thought you were.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to go see something in a different time zone.
Yeah, everybody try to be a main character, and you just supposed to be a supporting role.
No, you got limitations until you go see something else, man. That's just what it is. But man, it's been a good cast this morning.
Yeah.
Like everybody need a do over, man.
Get you a do
You
over.
get you get a do over when you decide to get some discipline.
Get you a fucking do over.
You got so many more. You have a bigger bandwidth to make more mistakes that you can learn from and appreciate when you functioning with the right mindset. Because you still gonna make mistakes. You still gonna get scared. You still gonna not get everything you want. But when you discipline, you accept your limitations. You accept that you can be as successful as you choose to be.
Play your hand to win.
And play your hand to win. And then because
don't be worried about what card somebody else got. You gotta worry about how can you win with the cards that was dealt to you.
Man.
And then sometimes you might want to hit the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, get you a do-over.
Yeah. Man.
Shuffle that shit up, man.
Look, reshuffle the deck.
Yeah.
That I'm saying that going into.
You gotta cut the cards.
You gotta cut.
I don't like that cut. You gotta cut it again.
Yeah, like that's what you do every day, bro. It's like reshuffling the deck because you can get a bad hand.
Get a bad hand today, but that don't mean
you still got to play it.
Still got to play it. Play that out.
You got to play it out, and that's the only way you win the game is you play it out. So.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, we appreciate y'all joining us again for Code Talk. Go check the links in the caption for the merch. Check out SLP. You know what I'm saying? Support the brand and be a service to your people, man.
Yeah.
Bet.
Peace.